So in this lesson I'm going to show you how to do the pinch and loop. This is an excellent technique for trying to put any kind of light or even slightly heavier materials onto the hook, where normally they might well run round if you just were to hold them still. So let's say I take this piece of tinsel and hold it to the hook here. If I just try and wind the thread round, all that happens is it just twirls out of the way. You need some pressure just to actually hold it in the right place, and that's where the pinch and loop comes in. So for this, find out where you want to attach your tinsel, or this could be a hackle feather or any other kind of material. Pinch it at the place that you want to tie in, which is where your thread is, and also the correct place on the material. So I'm going to say about there. What you do is you take the thread up and between your fingers, and at this point you're pinching everything. So you can let this go slack, because actually everything's being held by your fingers. You then take a loose loop back down the other side of the hook, and what will happen is that pinch will feel, your fingers will feel the loop of thread running down between them until it reaches the hook, and you can tie in comfortably. So in this short video I'm going to show you how to do something called the pinch and loop. It's a very simple technique. It's something that you pretty much have to learn how to do. There are ways around it, but they're not particularly easy if your dexterity is a little low. Despite doing this, I wouldn't say my dexterity was particularly high, so this is something I do use all the time. So you have a piece of tinsel and you want to attach the tinsel to this hook. If you were just to hold the tinsel in the right place and wind the thread round, the tinsel's just going to jump out of the way. You can hold it a bit closer and it's still the same thing happens. So how do you get around this? Well, it's the pinch and loop. What you do is you pinch the tinsel at the point you'd like to tie it in, and then you pinch it over the hook at the point where your thread is, pinching every single thing together. One more thing to join the party, and that's the thread. So you bring the thread up and you pinch the thread. This can now be slack and nothing's undoing because I'm actually holding everything together with my fingers. You then take a loose loop, that's the loop part of the pinch and loop, take it down behind the hook, and as you draw the thread through, you'll feel that loop running between your fingers, and when it gets to the hook, it should be nice and tied in and secure, and then you can run your threads up and then run in your rib or tinsel, quill, or whatever it is that you're actually tying on to the hook. I suppose at this point it might be quite clever to show you a really quick way to tie off. So you've got to bring your material down, it's now in line with the thread. Just pass it to your right hand in front of the thread, and then grab the thread and just pass it over the hook. Now that's lightly secure, so at this point you're just going to want to take a couple of extra security wraps just to make sure that it's all there. And because this is real tinsel, it's made of actual tin, you don't want to cut it with scissors. So another little technique is, if you're ever using metal like copper wire, is just to give it a quick spin and pluck it off. Thanks for watching.